Man, y'all. Roots, People's Last Stand. I was just playing around. People's Last Stand. I was just playing around with the thumbnail and most hated grower. How's it going? I was just trying a non-threatening title and a non-threatening thumbnail would work. Hey, Penny Bunny. I was just messing around, y'all, and everybody's showing up. It's crazy. I had to, my last live stream, I had to put that on private. They wouldn't let me remove a song from my own video because the copyright owner of the song laid claim to it. Therefore, he has more rights to my video than I do. I mean, come on. Something's got to change about that. Hey, Jenny B. Oh, it's just weird, man. Get a copyright claim and it won't let you remove the song because the song owner is already putting commercials on it. It's my video. I should be able to edit out that song if I want, but it won't let me. So I'm not letting them get anything. It's not, whoever saw it live is the only people that saw it live. It's weird. Oh, this copyright crap is some bull crap. 100%. But anyhow, I just messing around. Man, these people take people for real, man. I left a comment on another channel. Let's see. Damn, okay. My comment was, well, these people were talking about wearing masks and rubber gloves, and I put, I've got the full bodysuit on with oxygen tanks. And everybody's taking that serious. People are like, how do you eat? John Boy, how do you decontaminate it before taking it off? Really? Are these people for real? I don't know. Hey, hit that thumbs up, please. I just noticed 7 people out there, 4 thumbs up. But I mean, this ain't your typical live stream. It's just a run of the mill blah stream. Jenny B, what you been up to? I haven't seen you in a while. You can't. She's in there last time. That's weird. I mean, I see her in my live chat feed, and I see her over here on the YouTube chat feed. I'm working one job that's like working 5. I don't know, last time, that is weird. But yeah, these people, man, I was just joking around. I need to tell them I live in a bubble on top of wearing my suit. But, you know. Well, Paris, you got it pretty quick this time. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see what happens if I start changing up thumbnails in the title. It seems like if it's going to be a puppy dog and bubble show, they put the notifications out. Or a unicorn and rainbow show, But when I was going through all the unicorn things, you know how much gay pride stuff is in the unicorn community? and it's sicko stuff like unicorns peeing rainbows out, and it's part of a gay pride banner. I'm like, really? I guess Super Dave's all right. He's getting up. He's almost. He's got over. He's running. He's fixing to hit 4,000 pretty quick. I'm still stuck at where I was at. So he blocked you, huh? I I I don't know. If you want to, Jenny, but I think I don't know. Is the link in there? Let me look. Oh, I went. Yeah, the link's in the description if you want to. I appreciate it. You don't have to. I haven't I haven't even activated the MasterCard they sent me for the AdSense account for the super chats and stuff because it's in the description, Jenny. I'm looking. I got my Teespring address. I've got my DLive address, and I got my PayPal address. And then it says fair use notice, which I don't need for this video. That's crazy. Even if you're not subscribed, you ought to be able to see her. Unless somebody hid her from your channel. There's no telling now, man. There's too many trolls out. You got people making up accounts that look just like somebody else's going in and stirring up trouble. You can't see who? People's Last Stand? That's crazy, Penny Bunny. People's Last Stand, Penny Bunny says she can't see you in chat. I don't know. I don't know. That's weird. I'm gonna do. Is that the real Penny Bunny? Isn't that what you said about me the other day on your live? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, that's the real Penny Bunny. Because I went to that live where you were celebrating the Freedom from Brexit Day or whatever. Uh-oh. Oh, here, check this out, y'all. Listen to this. Hello?
Yes, hello. I'm calling for the Tennessee Department of Health. My name is Jeff.
Yeah.
We're gathering information about the health of Tennessee residents.
Yeah.
This project is conducted by the Health Department with assistance from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Your number was chosen for interview. I'd like to ask some questions about health and health practices.
Well, let me ask you, why are y'all so worried about doing a survey again?
Well, the survey goes into the community, and then you'll probably see health ads after they, find out different things. For example, you might see anti-smoking. You might see things about that's happening in your community. So they basically take the information and then they use it, and then they'll try to help out in the community.
Huh. Well, why don't they start with these airplanes that are spraying all these chemicals in the sky?
Well, that may be a part of it, but the questions are pretty preset, and I
Yeah.
just read the questions and then you just answer.
Well, you do realize they're spraying all sorts of stuff out of these airplanes in the sky, and we're down here on the ground breathing it, right?
Well, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know that, and so
Have you ever looked up at the sky and seen these planes doing all that white trails behind them and making X's and grid patterns and stuff?
I'm not sure if that has anything to do with these
But
surveys.
have you ever seen it? That's what I'm asking.
They don't want us to have an opinion.
They don't want. Who's they? Who is it that doesn't want you to have an opinion?
The Tennessee Department of Health and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
They don't want you to have an opinion about why we're having health problems down here on the ground.
They want to hear from you.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. I'm asking you about these airplanes that are spraying out, and you know, you can find the patents on the chemicals they're using and everything, and the patent on the dispersion nozzles and everything they use. And I was just asking, since you're doing this survey with the health department, if you felt like that these chemicals they're spraying out to geoengineer the planet are harming the humans that are living on the ground.
Well, if I have an opinion, it will taint the survey. So I have to just ask you the questions, and you just answer the questions, and that information goes up.
So you want to survey me instead of me surveying you about the health of the community due to these airplanes spraying constantly all the time. That is the problem. If y'all want to get to the root of the problem, stop this spraying system they got going. This genetic, they're basically doing man-made climate change and calling it global warming. Do you agree?
I don't have an opinion.
Well, I mean, off the record, let's say you're not with the state of Tennessee Department of Health right now, and I'm just asking you, in your honest opinion, do you believe that could have something to do with it?
I don't know one way or the other, so I can't answer that.
You don't have your own opinion?
I don't have any information about that.
Oh, well, go to my YouTube channel, John Boy, and I've got a lot of information. There's another YouTube channel called Fallout Shelter. He really digs in and gets the links to the patents and everything that's going on.
All right. Did you want to complete the survey today?
Well, I mean, I guess let's see what you got. What's your question?
All right. Well, the first question is this a safe time to talk with you?
A safe time?
Yes, sir.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, sometimes people have other activities going on. We just asked the question. Okay.
Oh.
Is this number 731?
Hang on. You doubt it. We don't need to really worry about if it's the right number or not.
Well, we have to confirm just so that it's the right number.
Do you know who you're talking to?
No, sir. I do not.
I mean, look, you're talking to somebody on the other end of the phone. So evidently you got through to me. So we don't need to verify if this is the number or not.
Well, the number down was 731.
It could be, but I'm not at liberty to disclose that information. Let's continue with the survey.
Okay. Is this a cell telephone?
Well, I mean, why does that matter? Are you worried about the frequencies from the cell phone giving me tumors or what?
Different sets of questions. Different sets of questions depending on the survey. So the survey asks different questions.
What kind of survey are you giving me?
Well, the survey for the cell phone.
Okay. Yeah, it's a cell phone.
Are you 18 years of age or older?
I'm really old. And I was just going to let you know, by the way, I'm doing a live stream on YouTube now.
Okay. Are you male or female?
I'm female. Really, I don't recognize. I'm actually, to be honest with you, I'm confused I was born male, but I'm actually a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
All right. So do you, on your original birth certificate, are you male or female?
According to the birth certificate, I'm male. But I identify as a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
Do you live in a private residence?
I live in my bug out camp, so yeah, it's private.
And do you currently live in Tennessee?
The last time I looked out the door, I was.
Now, do you also have a landline telephone in your home that's used to make or receive calls?
Not really.
Okay.
So this is a health survey about my communications system I have.
Well, how many members of your household, including yourself, are 18 years of age or older?
Just me.
Okay. Now, I will not ask your last name, address, or other personal information that can identify you. You do not have to answer any question that you do not want to. You can end the interview at any time. Any information you give me will not be connected to your personal information. If you have any questions, please call the Tennessee Department of Health. That number is 615-532-7455.
Can they help me with these airplanes that are spraying all this stuff out?
I'm not sure, but that's the number to call if you have any questions about what we're doing, about the survey.
All right.
Okay. So would you say that in general your health is excellent, very good, fair, or poor?
I would almost say excellent if I hadn't got this Kim lung due to these airplanes spraying. I've got a little congestion last month because they kind of did like a fog out. And I felt it when I breathed in. I could feel those chemicals from the lingering contrails that were on the ground. It was like fog. And I was like, man, I know I'm in trouble now. And sure did. It kind of messed up my sight. But other than that, I'm in excellent health because I don't believe in going to doctors. And I don't believe in flu shots or any kind of vaccines.
Okay, so you said excellent? Now, thinking about your physical health, which includes physical illness and injury, for how many days in the past 30 days was your physical health not good?
Sure, we can go back 30 years. I haven't had any problems.
Just the past 30 days is fine.
Well, if I go back 30 years, that includes the 30 days.
All right. How many days in the past 30 days was your physical health not good?
I don't get what you're saying. I just told you I haven't had any problems in 30 years, so that kind of covers 30 days.
So no problems in the past 30 days?
No. What, should I be getting some?
If you think about your mental health, which includes stress, depression, and problems with emotions, for how many days during the past 30 days was your mental health not good?
Now that's a good question. Because, see, I can't figure out which way they're coming at me. I think they're out to get me, you know what I mean? Because they got this coronavirus out now, and I think they're directing it at me, and I've been trying to hide from it. And I've been seeing all these black helicopters. I had one of those, those two-bladed ones come and circle over me. I mean, they came, but I was watching them with some ruby lens binoculars, and I was in all camouflage. So that might have made them, veer course and come check me out.
So in the past 30 days, how many days was your mental health not good?
Well, I mean, I consider it good, but, some people might not.
Well, this survey goes on what you say.
Oh, I'm fine then.
Okay, so you had no days where it was not good?
No. I flew around on my unicorn last week and everything was fine.
Do you have any kind of health care coverage, including health insurance, prepaid plans such as HMO, government plans such as Medicare or Indian Health Service?
Well, I was a SEAL and I got the VA hospital that I haven't been to in like 5 years because they kept wanting to take my blood all the time. And I'm like, man, I ain't giving out my blood like that because they might make some super soldiers using the DNA, how they genetically modify stuff, and they might be using my blood cells to create more super soldiers.
Okay, so the primary source of your health care coverage is a plan purchased to an employer or union,
Oh,
a plan
no.
that you or another family member buys on your own, Medicare, Medicaid, or other state program, TRICARE.
I just told you the VA.
All right.
I mean, but I haven't been to them in a long time because they wanted to take my blood.
Do you have one person that you think of as your personal doctor or healthcare provider?
Well, I can't remember the name of the vet, but we got a vet in town that if I really needed something, I go to the vet.
So that's a yes. You have one person that you think of as your personal healthcare provider?
Well, not really.
Okay.
I can't think of anybody that I'd go to other than the vet because, a vet has to go through more schooling than a doctor.
Now, was there a time in the past 12 months when you needed to see a doctor but could not because of cost?
No, I told you I don't get sick, so I didn't need to see a doctor at all.
Okay. About how long has it been since you last visited a doctor for a routine checkup?
I don't know. 30 years, however long that is.
Is that the okay, so it's been more than 5 years?
Yeah, 30 years is more than 5 years. I think it's 6 times that. If I can calculate, let me think. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, it's 6 times 5 years.
Have you ever been told by a doctor, nurse, or other health professional that you have high blood pressure?
No, but the last time they took my blood pressure, they said I had how'd they say it? Anyhow, my numbers come back as a healthy teenage girl.
Now, blood cholesterol is a fatty substance found in the blood.
Uh-huh.
About how long has it been since you had your blood cholesterol checked?
I don't know. Like I said, it's been a long time. The VA wanted to take my blood, and they told me that my cholesterol was high. It was like an 88, and I needed to cut out bacon and milkshakes and stuff like that.
Okay, so it's been more than 5 years?
Yeah.
Have you ever been told by a doctor, nurse, or other health professional that your blood cholesterol is high?
Yeah, they said it was 88.
Okay. And are you currently taking medicine prescribed by your doctor or other health professional for blood cholesterol?
No, do I need to?
Has a doctor, nurse, or other
Hey,
health
check
professional...
this out. I just thought of something. So you're making sure I'm on a cell phone, and you're checking to see if my cholesterol and heart and stuff is whatever. Are y'all fixing with this new 5G send signals to me that's going to mess up my metabolism and make me have to get on the medication?
I don't have any information about that, sir. I'm sorry about that.
So just like the chemtrails that are happening, you can't talk about, so you can't tell me that I'm fixing to be a targeted individual?
Has a doctor, nurse, or other health professional ever told you that you had any of the following? Have they ever told you you had a heart attack, also called a myocardial infarction?
No.
Okay.
Am I about to? I feel like I'm
you
getting set up for a fall with these questions, and you're wondering if this is the right phone number. And then you're calling from Louisiana for Tennessee's health department. I don't get that.
Did they ever tell you that you had angina or coronary heart disease?
I haven't had that change yet, but like I said, I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
Yes, sir, but have you ever told you that they had angina or coronary heart disease?
Oh, I thought you said if I had a vagina. I'm sorry. No.
Ever told you had a stroke?
Stroke, man, stroke it. I mean, there's a song out about stroke it, but no.
Ever told you had asthma?
No. Am I fixing to get all this stuff? Are y'all not dosing me enough of the airplanes that y'all are actually calling me now? Because look, this is like the 4th time y'all have called me and I denied the survey. So today I decided, let me take the survey and see what this is about. And what it looks like to me is y'all been spraying the crap out of me with these airplanes for years, and y'all are finding out it's having no effect on me.
Well, did they ever tell you had skin cancer?
No. And is that because of the sun simulator or what?
Ever told you had any types of cancer?
No.
Have they ever told you had a chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, emphysema, or chronic bronchitis?
No. Should I be? You know what? This is a chemtrail questionnaire, isn't it?
I'm sorry, what kind of questionnaire?
Geoengineering questions, climate change or climate manipulation questions.
I'm not sure about
Well, it
that.
sounds like because everything they spray out of the back of those planes affects your heart and your intestines and your brain cells and your skin. I mean, that's why they have Skyrissa, isn't it?
Did they ever tell you you had a depressive disorder,
A who?
including depression, major depression, dysthymia, or minor depression?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Now, not including kidney stones, a bladder infection, or incontinence. Were you ever told you had kidney disease?
No, but is that due to the fluoride in the water? Or is that due to the plastic in the water? I mean,
did they ever tell you you had diabetes?
no.
Okay. Have you had a test for high blood sugar or diabetes within the past 3 years?
Like I said, I haven't been to the doctor in 30 years, so no.
Have you ever been told by a doctor or other health professional that you have pre-diabetes or borderline diabetes?
No. And you know why? Because I don't take the prescriptions and drugs that y'all put on other people that messes up their sugar levels.
Have they ever told you you had some form of arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, gout, lupus, or fibromyalgia?
No, but that all sounds like chemtrail related incidences.
What is your age?
I'm a half a century old.
All right. So would you be? What's the age? How many years?
A half a century. You're not from this country, are you? I thought you were calling from Louisiana.
And so would that be 50?
Hey, that's a good guess.
Okay. Are you Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin?
Actually, I'm here illegally, but I'm not any of those.
Okay. Which one or more following would you say is your race? Would you say white, black or African American, American Indian, Alaska Native, Asian or Pacific Islander?
Scandinavian.
Okay. And are you married, divorced, widowed, never married, or a member of an unmarried
I'm happy.
All right. Well, okay. So, married, divorced, widowed, separated, never married?
I do not have a wife.
So you're unmarried or separated?
Yeah, I'm unmarried. I'm not mutually contracted to another person's life.
What is the highest grade of your school you completed?
College.
All four? Graduate or just one?
Oh, I thought you meant, I was wondering how you knew I went to 4 different colleges.
Okay, so you had 4 years of college or 3 or less? Or
Well, I got a bastard's degree.
okay. Do you own or rent your home?
Well, I own it.
Okay.
How is this health questions?
What county do you currently live?
What?
County?
I'm not at liberty to say.
All right. Do you know the zip code of where you currently live?
I sure don't.
Okay. And how many cell phones do you have for personal use?
Actually, you're the first person I've talked to on this phone in like 3 months. I don't use the phone. I'm a loner. I live out in the middle of the backwoods.
So how many cell phones do you have for personal use?
Well, I have one, but I don't even use it until now.
Now, have you served on active duty in the United States Armed Forces, either regular military, National Guard, or military reserve?
Do you remember the beginning of this conversation when I told you the military was wanting to clone my blood cells to make super soldiers?
I remember that. You
Okay,
mentioned that.
does that not let you know that I was in the armed services?
Well, okay, thank you. Okay. And are you currently employed for wages, self-employed, out of work for a year or more, out of work for less than a year, a homemaker, a student, retired, or unable to work?
I'm a prepper.
I'm sorry, what is that?
A prepper. I'm prepared. I don't have to work.
All right, so you um,
I'm
out of work?
self-sufficient. I'm a survivalist.
Okay. And what kind of, you said you're a survivalist? Is that the kind of work you do?
That's how I manage through life.
All right. And so, do you have a job title?
Head honcho.
Okay. And the business and industry that you work in?
I'm not really at liberty. It's kind of classified.
All right. How many children less than 18 years of age live in your household?
None.
And is your annual household income from all sources less than $25,000?
I'm not really at liberty. So I don't understand what these questions have to do with a health survey.
Well, some of these questions are separated so we can compare health indicators by groups. So some of them are demographic questions, like you wouldn't, there's different groups by age, for example. Okay. And so, about how much do you weigh without shoes?
Well, I got 20-pound boots, you know what I mean? They're steel toed and dadgum, what do you call that metal strap? The shank strap that runs down through there. I don't want to step on any bungee sticks, you know what I mean? I don't know. Why?
Well, that's one of the demographic questions about how much do you weigh.
Do you need to know how tall I am and all?
That's another question, yes, sir.
You need to know the color of my eyes?
I don't think it has that question. About how much do you weigh without shoes?
Probably about 175.
Okay. And about how tall are you without shoes?
Probably about 5'10" and 3/4.
Okay. And some people who are deaf or have serious difficulty hearing use an assistive device to communicate by phone. Are you deaf or do you have serious difficulty hearing?
Could you repeat that?
Are you deaf or do you have serious difficulty hearing?
Could you repeat that one more time? I didn't quite hear what you said.
Are you deaf or do you have serious difficulty hearing?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay. Are you blind or do you have serious difficulty seeing, even when wearing glasses?
My problem is I see too much. I see things I shouldn't see.
So that would be no?
Well, they say I got 20/20 vision, but they gave me prescription glasses with bifocals in it. So I don't know how I have 20/20 and I got to wear bifocal glasses.
Now, because of a physical, mental, or emotional condition, do you have serious difficulty concentrating, remembering, or making decisions?
What?
Because of a physical, mental, or emotional condition, do you have serious difficulty concentrating, remembering, or making decisions?
Well, that depends, I guess. But that, how did you put that again? Did I have a traumatic injury or something?
Do you have difficulty concentrating, remembering, or making decisions?
Man, that's a hard one to decide on right there.
Okay, so you're not sure?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't make a decision on that.
Do you have serious difficulty walking or climbing stairs?
Well, the only stairs I have problems with are the ones that I try to go up and they seem like they're coming down, and I run into those at the mall.
And so do you have difficulty walking or climbing stairs?
Only if the stairs are coming down when I'm trying to go up. Sometimes when I'm up and I try to go down, the stairs are coming up, and you almost have to run down them to get to the bottom.
Okay. Do you have difficulty dressing or bathing?
Well, when my well went out, but I take a bath every Saturday whether I need it or not.
So you don't have difficulty?
Not really, because if I want to conserve water, I take a bath every other week.
Now, because of a physical, mental, or emotional condition, do you have difficulty doing errands alone, such as visiting a doctor's office or shopping?
Not that I know of. I like being alone.
Okay. And have you smoked at least 100 cigarettes in your entire life?
Man, I've smoked 100 cartons in my whole life.
Do you now smoke cigarettes every day, some days, or not at all?
Just ever so often.
Okay, some days? Okay. During the past 12 months, have you stopped smoking for 1 day or longer because you were trying to quit smoking?
I sure did. I started vaping.
Okay. Do you currently use chewing tobacco, snuff, snus, every day, some days, or not at all?
Not at all.
Okay. During the past 30 days, how many days per week or per month did you have at least one drink of alcoholic beverage, such as beer, wine, a malt beverage, or liquor?
Is moonshine considered liquor?
Beer, wine, malt beverage, or liquor. So,
Well, see, my cure to everything is moonshine, Moonshine's like a rheumatism medicine, and right now I'm out, so I haven't been able to sip on any moonshine at all.
So in the past 30 days, you have not had anything to drink?
No, I don't guess so,
Okay.
unfortunately.
And during the past month, other than your regular job, did you participate in any physical activities or exercises, such as running, calisthenics, golf, gardening, walking, or exercise?
Well, I mean, if you count that coyote that chased me and I had to run and climb a tree, I guess so.
Okay. And what type of physical activity or exercise did you spend the most time doing during the past month?
Running from that coyote.
Okay. So running. How many times per week or per month did you take part in this activity?
Just that one time, because, I didn't know that coyote was coming. So he was right behind me and I had to take off and he was gaining on me. So I had to jump and grab that low limb on that tree and climb up in that tree.
When you took part in this activity, how many minutes or hours did you usually keep at it?
Oh, man. At that time, I can't tell you how long because it was like slow motion. I didn't think I'd ever get away from it.
What other types of physical activity gave you the next most exercise?
I don't know.
Okay. During the past month, how many times per week or per month did you do a physical activity to strengthen your muscles?
You mean like on purpose?
Well, yes, sir.
Oh, I don't do that on purpose. Working's hard enough.
And think about the foods that you ate or drank during the past month. That's the past 30 days, including meals and snacks. So not including juices, how often did you eat fruit?
I don't know.
Well, the times per day, times per week?
It'd be more like times per decade, I guess.
How often do you think you eat fruit?
Once in a blue moon. I mean, I can't afford fruit. That's for the rich elite people.
All right. And not including fruit flavored drinks or fruit juices with added sugar, how often did you drink 100% fruit juice or apple juice?
Honestly, I don't drink none of that because it comes from a factory that makes it in mass production, and I don't trust anything like that.
Okay. And how often did you eat green leafy or lettuce salad with or without other vegetables?
It's been a minute.
Okay. So the past 30 days, none?
Hey, would you consider apple vinegar with mothers in it as a fruit?
I'm not sure if that's listed as one.
Because I drink, every so, a couple of times a week, I take a pretty good swig of apple cider vinegar.
How often did you eat any kind of fried potatoes, like French fries, home fries, or hash browns?
Well, since I don't really eat, I really don't eat because I'm scared of the genetically modified foods that we have to deal with nowadays. I mainly live off, coffee and cigarettes.
Okay, so did you eat any other kind of potatoes, like sweet potatoes, baked, boiled, mashed potatoes, potato salad?
No, but why? I mean, I don't get this.
Okay. And not including the lettuce, salads, and potatoes, how often did you eat other vegetables? Tomatoes, green beans, other vegetables?
I don't know.
Okay. And during the past 12 months, have you had either a flu vaccine that was sprayed in your nose or a flu shot injected into your arm?
Hell no, I'm not going to do that. Do you realize they have mercury in that stuff and all sorts of stuff? that is, hey, if you look at the MSD sheet, the stuff they have in vaccinations are poisons. You know what an MSD sheet is, don't you?
No, sir, I'm not familiar with that.
Well, in industry situations, they have an MSD book out, and you can look up the chemicals, and it'll tell you the dadgum values of health hazards. And everything they have in these vaccines are listed in this MSD book, and they are very high in health hazards. And I don't know why they're injecting them into people. And since you are working for the health profession, could you tell me why they feel like injecting poisons into people is a good thing? Because I do not believe in a flu shot or any kind of shots or vaccinations.
So, have you received a tetanus shot in the past 10 years?
No.
Okay. And have you received a pneumonia shot known as pneumococcal vaccine?
As a vape through the airplanes, yeah. Because that's what I told you the other day when they sat there and chemtrailed it up so bad there's fog on the ground, I got pneumonia.
Mm-hmm. Well, the next few questions are about the national health problem of HIV. It's a virus that causes AIDS. Please remember your answers are strictly confidential and that you don't have to answer every question if you do not want to. So although we will ask you about testing, we will not ask you about the results of any test that you may have had. So including fluid testing from your mouth, but not including tests you may have had for blood donation, have you ever been tested for HIV?
I've been tested a long time ago. It come back negative. It will always be negative. I have stayed single for the last few years.
Well, in not including the blood donations, in what month and year?
I have no idea. Okay. We're talking about 30 years ago or better.
Okay. And I'm going to read a list. When I'm done, please tell me if any of these situations apply to you. You do not need to tell me which one. You have injected any drug other than those prescribed for you in the past year. You have been tested for a sexually transmitted disease or STD in the past year. You have given or received money or drugs in exchange for sex in the past year. You've had anal sex without a condom in the past year. You've had 4 or more sex partners in the past year. Do any of these situations apply to you?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been told by a doctor or other health professional that you had hepatitis C?
No.
Has a doctor, nurse, or other health professional ever told you you had hepatitis B?
No.
The next few questions about difficulties in thinking and remembering that can make a big difference in everyday activity. This does not refer to occasionally forgetting your keys or the name of someone you recently met, which is normal. This refers to confusion or memory loss that's happening more often or getting worse, such as forgetting how to do things you've always done or forgetting things that you would normally know. We want to know how these difficulties impact you. During the past 12 months, have you experienced confusion or memory loss that is happening more often or getting worse?
The answer there.
Okay. During the past 12 months, as a result of confusion or memory loss, how often have you given up the day-to-day activities or chores, such as cooking, cleaning, taking medications, driving, or paying bills? Usually, always, sometimes, rarely, never?
I can't remember. What was that question?
It says, during the past 12 months, as a result of confusion or memory loss, how often have you given up day-to-day household activities or chores used to do, such as cooking, cleaning, taking medications, driving, paying bills?
Man, I just can't remember.
Okay. Always, usually, sometimes you can't remember. I mean, rarely you don't remember.
Don't remember what?
How often do you not remember?
Oh.
Usually, sometimes, rarely.
What were we talking about?
Okay. you experience confusion or memory loss that is happening more often or getting worse?
Is it because of those planes that keep spraying all that stuff out? Because that has increased, and since that increased, I have realized that I can't remember what was. I'd say I can't remember what I was talking about now. So I don't know, but if y'all could stop that spraying out of the back of the planes, it would be very helpful for my memory. Because that aluminum is what's causing all the Alzheimer's. Did you know that aluminum accumulates in the mind, and it causes Alzheimer's and forgetfulness and forgetting?
During the past 30 days, did you provide regular care or assistance to a friend or family member who has a health problem or disability?
No, because I live out in the middle of the backwoods by myself.
In the 2 years, do you expect to provide care or assistance to a friend or family member who has a health problem or disability?
Well, I mean, I guess my family members had a little mental disability.
I'd like to ask you a question about the events that happened during your childhood.
Oh.
This information will allow us to better understand problems that may occur early in life and may help others in the future. This is a sensitive topic. Some people may feel uncomfortable with these questions. At the end of the section, I will give you a phone number or an organization that can provide information and referral for these issues. Please keep in mind that you can ask me to skip any question that you don't want to answer. All questions refer to the time period before you were 18 years of age. Now, looking back before you were 18 years of age, did you ever live with anyone who was depressed, mentally ill, or suicidal? Did you live with anyone who was a problem drinker or an alcoholic?
No.
Okay. Did you live with anyone who used street drugs or who abused prescription medication?
No.
Did you live with anyone who served time or sentenced to serve time in a prison, jail, or other correction? Were your parents separated or divorced?
No.
How often did your parents or adults in your home ever slap, hit, kick, punch, or beat each other up? Never? Once? More than once?
Well, my mom used to hit me with firewood or anything she could grab, but as far as them two, they never did.
Okay. And not including spanking, before you were 18, how often did a parent or an adult in your home ever hit, beat, kick, or physically hurt you in any way? Never? Once? More than once?
A couple times.
Okay. How often did a parent or an adult in your home ever swear at you, insult you, or put you down? Was it never, once, or more than once?
Ah, man. This goes back to the remembering stuff. I don't remember. I don't think ever, but when I became a teenager, my mom couldn't stand me because she said I had a smart mouth.
Okay. How often did anyone at least 5 years older than you or an adult ever touch you sexually? Never, once, more than once?
Never.
Okay. How often did anyone at least 5 years older than you or an adult try to make you touch them? Never, once, more than once?
Are we still talking when I was below 18?
Yes, sir.
Oh, never.
Okay. How often did anyone at least 5 years older than you or an adult force you to have sex? Never, once, more than once?
Never.
Okay. Would you like me to provide the toll-free number of an organization referral for the issues in the last few questions?
No.
Okay. During the past 30 days, how many of those days did you use marijuana or cannabis?
None.
Okay. Which of the following best represents how you think of yourself? This is about sexual orientation and gender identity. Okay. 1 is gay, 2 is straight, that is not gay, 3 is bisexual, 4 is something else.
Like I told you, I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body, so I guess it'd have to be 4.
4? Okay. And do you consider yourself to be transgender?
No.
Okay.
What is that?
Well, for the questions, if transgender, yes, it could be male to female, male to male, or gender nonconforming.
Do what? I thought transgender was a guy that thought he was a girl, or a girl that thought he was a guy.
Well, it says that, for example, it says that some people describe themselves as transgender when they experience a different gender identity from their sex at birth.
Oh, so they got even more definitions for the GG barbecue thing?
I'm sorry.
You know that, what is it, GBBQ community? They got even more definitions? Who's behind all this transgenderism and stuff? And y'all out there, hit that thumbs up for me, please. Well, are you done?
No, sir. I was just trying to get an answer for your question.
Oh, were you having to Google it?
No, sir. I just have to pull up on. Now, have you ever used an e-cigarette or electronic vaping product, even just one time in your entire life?
Now, if we think back on the previous questions, when you asked me if I gave up cigarettes, and I told you, yeah, but I went to vaping, I already answered that question.
Well, I appreciate you doing that. It's just that we have to read the questions as they post for the integrity of the survey.
No.
All right? So I have to read the question and then have to ask you to please answer it, even if you shared it with me all along. Okay. So have you ever used an e-cigarette or electronic vaping product, even just one time in your entire life?
Yeah.
Do you now use e-cigarettes or other electronic vaping products every day, some days, or not at all?
Not at all.
Okay. How often do you think about race? Would you say never, once a year, once a month, once a week?
How often do I think about what?
Race.
I thought you said rape.
Race?
Race. I love NASCAR. Man, I used to love Earnhardt till he got killed.
Well, I'm thinking the question refers to race. It's more race about Scandinavia versus American Indian. That type of race.
Are they fighting?
No, sir. That's
well, why were they versing each other?
Well, the question is, how often do you think about race?
Well, am I supposed to be racist?
That's not. That was not the question.
I mean, if race is irrelevant to me, why should I be thinking about it?
Well, that's the question.
What
is
question?
It never? How often do you think about race? Is it never? Once a year? Once a month? Once a week? Once a day? Every hour? Constantly? Don't know, not sure.
I'm gonna have to say don't know, because that's a deadgum crazy question to be asking.
Within the past 12 months, when seeking health care, do you feel your experiences were worse than, the same as, or better than for other people?
I don't know, because I told you I haven't done health care in 30 years, so I can't answer that.
All right, sir. And within the past 30 days, have you experienced any physical symptoms, for example, headache, upset stomach, tensing of your muscles, or a pounding heart as a result of how you were treated based on your race?
Well, I'm feeling irritation right now for this survey, because it's been going on for an hour. And you haven't answered my questions.
So, it was that as a result of how you were treated based on your race.
There you go with that race thing again. Why you want to keep going? Why you want to make this racial?
I'm not making it racial, sir. Just
it sounds like it. You keep asking about how I felt, but was it due to race? What has race got to do with a situation? Everybody's got the same kind of soul and the same kind of blood. I mean, yeah, it might be A negative, B negatives, whatever, but everybody bleeds red and everybody has a soul that's either going to go to heaven or hell when we're done with this meat suit. You know what I mean? So, what does race have to do with my health? What does race have to do with this survey of the health department of Tennessee? I don't get it.
So would that be no?
Yeah, let's go with no. That sounds like a good answer.
How often in the past 12 months would you say you were worried or stressed about having enough money to pay your rent or mortgage? Always, usually, sometimes, never.
Every day of the month.
So is that always?
Always, always.
How often in the past 12 months would you say you were worried or stressed about having enough money to buy nutritious meals? Would you say always? Usually,
always, always.
Sometimes? Okay, rarely or never? Okay,
always. Because the goddamn government, man, they keep taxing and taxing and taxing and taxing to where by the time you get a paycheck, you only got about, well, let's see, let me break this down. You only got about 2/3 of it. And then by the time you buy stuff, they done taxed another third out of it. I mean, come on. By the time you actually, you don't have any money left at the end of the month, you know, or you might. How much do you get paid a year? I already told you how much I made. Remember that question you asked me?
I think you refused that question.
Oh, are you going to refuse my question?
Does your community have trails, greenways, bike paths, or sidewalks for biking, walking, or other activities?
Like I said, I live in the middle of the backwoods, and I take rabbit trails, deer trails, you know.
So that's no?
Well, I mean, are you talking about like a city community? I live out in the middle of the backwoods, all right?
Well, yes.
And there are trails out there. There's four-wheeler trails, there's four-wheel drive trails, there's wild game trails. I mean, and I've used them to navigate through the woods.
Well, how often do you use these for biking, walking, or other activities? Would you say once a week, once a month, a few times per year?
I don't know. You know, it's just whenever I need to, you know, get around unnoticed because, you know, if you take the deer trails and the rabbit trails, they're pretty well away from the population and you can kind of, you know, stealthily get through the woods that way.
Well, about how often do you go out?
Every day. Every day. I'm out in the woods. I live in the woods.
Okay. Now, the next questions are about safety and firearms.
Oh, man, I just bought some 50 caliber ammunition the other day, 100 rounds.
Now, people keep guns for purposes such as hunting and sport shooting. People also keep guns for home protection. Please include firearms that are pistols, revolvers, shotguns, and rifles, but not BB guns or guns that can fire. Include those kept in a garage, outdoor storage, or motor vehicle. Are any firearms now kept in and around your home?
You know, this is, you know, I think you're more in health department when you get to asking questions about guns.
You can refuse any question. It's quite all right.
What about like grenade launchers?
It didn't mention that. It just says including firearms such as pistols, revolvers, shotguns, and rifles. Just not BB guns or guns that can fire. So are any firearms now kept in and around your home?
Not at all.
Okay. And the next topic is about the use of prescription pain relievers or drugs. Please remember you can skip any question that you don't want to answer.
All right.
About how often in the past 12 months did you use prescription pain relievers, including those that were not prescribed to you by a doctor, dentist, nurse practitioner, or other health providers? Would you say never, every day, or nearly every day, several times a month, several times a year?
Does that include the Lotus that you shoot up with?
It just says prescription pain relievers.
Oh, I guess never.
you traveled either locally or out of state to more than one healthcare provider for the primary reason of obtaining prescription pain medications or tranquilizers, such as codeine, morphine, Loratab, Vicodin, Tylenol 3, Percocet, or Oxycontin?
You just named off all my favorites, but no.
Okay. And in the past 12 months, did you shoot up or inject any drugs other than those prescribed for you? By shooting up, I mean anytime you might use drugs with a needle, either mainlining, skin popping, or muscling.
I don't know anything you just said.
Okay. And that was the last question. So everyone's answers will be combined to help us provide information about health practices of people in your state. I want to thank you for your time and your cooperation. Okay. Now, you didn't give me a county. Did you want to give me a county?
No, I don't.
All right, sir. Thank you for your participation, and you have a great day.
Would you do me one favor?
Yes, sir.
Since I have completed the survey, and this is the 4th time y'all have called for the survey, and I've left messages when I call back because y'all use different numbers, but I've asked, please take me off your call list.
I will submit that number for my manager and get some help with that. Okay, I do apologize if you were having trouble with that.
Well, I left 2 messages today to not call me, and you still called.
Okay, sir. Well, you have a great day, and thank you again for your participation.
Mm-hmm. Whew, what do y'all think about that crap? Whew. Man, how long was that call? 58 minutes? An hour? You know, they tracked me down. They kept me on the phone for an hour. They're worried about what kind of guns I have on the place. I better get them in my hands now because they're probably on their way. What the hell kind of crap was that? Excuse my French. Was that not crazy? I mean, I was trying to watch the chat, but man, that was unbelievable. Did that sound like a health questionnaire, or did that sound like a let's see if our program is working? What kind of guns do you have? What's that got to do with health? And going to a doctor, I'm sorry, I ain't been to a doctor in 30 years. I mean, I'll take that back. When Obama did his unconstitutional have to have health insurance, I went ahead and hooked up the VA. But man, the VA, they want to take blood samples all the time. So I ain't been to the VA in like, I don't know, a few years, 5 years at least. But that wasn't your typical health concern thing. I mean, they're wanting to know every element. Do you have this? Do you have skin cancer? Do you have pulmonary problems? Do you have heart problems? Is your sugar level? Is blah, blah. That's everything the stuff they spray in the sky causes. On top of the GMOs, on top of the BPAs, or whatever you call that plastic crap in the food. Wolf Lover, I gave him a survey in the beginning. He was not at liberty to answer my question because whoever, I can't remember, see, my memory is bad, but that's because of what they're spraying up there. But I didn't want to give in and let them know that their spraying is doing the trick on my memory. I'm gonna have to retitle this. The unicorn and rainbows still fits for a thumbnail, but I'm gonna have to retitle this. Yeah, they're gauging people. Yeah, that was weird. Hey, Northland Chick. Hey, Audio Skywatcher, Penny Bunny, Wolf Lover. Let me go there. Jenny B. I've been on the phone for an hour. Christy Chakul. How you doing? MH, how's it going? Paris, how you doing? Jim G. Jim G. Oh, man, one Matt Man, how you doing? Man, I'm sorry, y'all, but I figured why not do this phone call live so everybody can hear this. And that doesn't sound like your typical Department of Health questions. Why do they need to know what kind of guns and how many guns do you have? And why do they need to understand how you identify yourself? Are you gay? Are you transgender? Are you what? 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 I just don't get it. I'm sorry. People's Last Stand. I'm trying to go through back up on his chat, see who I missed. That's Northland Chick. Oh man, y'all. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, I'll tell y'all what. Let me run get a cup of coffee and I'll call them back. Oh man. Yeah, that's another thing, Paris. What has race got to do with anything? I believe that's a slick government survey to see where I fit in as far as the well, I definitely fit in with the conspiracy theorists, but I think they're looking for anti-government and oh, what am I trying to say? Anarchy groups or whatever. Yeah, well, I'll go into crazy camp for sure. I like the one he asked me on memory, and I kept forgetting what he was asking me. Huh? What was I saying? But man, they have been calling every day for the last 4 days. And I've been missing the calls, and then I tried to call back, but evidently it was after hours. Let me see. I'm going to try to call it back. See if I get a hold of anybody. Well, they're using a Tennessee number now, but they're not from Tennessee. They're not going to answer.
Hello, you have reached the Public Policy Research Lab at Louisiana State University. We conduct telephone surveys for a variety of clients, and we're not trying to sell you anything. We primarily work with nonprofit and government clients, including the Louisiana Department of Health and the Tennessee Department of Health. If you received a call from this number, it is likely that your number has been chosen randomly for a telephone survey. If you'd like, you can leave your name and number, and we'll try to respond to your inquiry. Thank you. At the tone, please record your message. When you are finished recording, hang up or press pound for more options.
Yeah, I was just trying to call and see what they're spraying out the back of them airplanes up there. I noticed ever since they've been spraying out the back of them planes like they do, my memory been really bad, and I've been coughing up a spell. If y'all don't mind, could y'all please call me back? Thank you. Okay, problem solved. I was going to call the FAA and the EPA and talk kind of like that and ask them about the airplanes myself. Oh, that's what I need to do. I'm going to find the EPA's number and call them up later, and I'll make it there. I'll do it live. I'm going to play like a dumb country boy. Well, I ain't got to play it, do I? Man, that's crazy. I can't believe if that was a health questionnaire, why they asked me about race, like you said, Paris? Why are they asking me how many guns and what kind of guns do I have? I mean, and then they're trying to make sure that this is my number that they're calling. Well, that kind of freaks me out now. I think the battery and everything's coming out of this phone and I'm fixing to wrap it up in a bunch of aluminum foil, and I'm fixing to put it in a metal box. Cause that's how, when I used to drive with it in my car, I leave this thing sitting at my bug out camp. I do not take it with me. But I used to just disassemble it and do, like, I'd wrap it up in aluminum foil and put it in a metal can. That way, if I did need the phone, I could just take it out of the can, unwrap it, and put it together. But I just don't get that, man. What is going on? It's like they called me up. Like, it's kind of, to me, it's like, dude, you should have been dead by now. But let me ask you these questions. We're trying to figure out why this shit hadn't affected you. Excuse my language, but I mean, I'm kind of mad. Oh, I'd take the battery out. That airplane, they still track it with the battery out because there's dadgum capacitors in there that keep a charge going just for the GPS, the transponder, so they can track you. Your phone connects to all these towers. They can triangulate where you are. Man, that was weird, y'all. That was weird. Oh, you Vita Change, you missed that some health department for Tennessee was doing a survey, but they wanted to know how race affected me, how I recognize myself as, a gay, straight, transgender, or other. And of course I said other. And they wanted to know my memory, my heart condition, my lung condition, what I ate. It's not really any of their business. But man, that was crazy. Yeah, y'all all witnessed it. There's at least 20 people that witnessed this the whole time. Hey, Eric Briggs, I didn't see you come in. I might have missed a few people because, man, my arms are getting tired. My mic's up here, so I couldn't rest my elbow and get the phone up high enough, so I had to keep switching hands. Yeah, I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. Oh, man, it's so crazy. I'm out there gum coffee, y'all. Well, y'all were a witness to that. I think I'm gonna retitle. What should I title this? Phone call from Department of Health. Live phone call from Department of Health. And I do have rheumatoid arthritis, but I wasn't gonna tell them that. But actually, it doesn't affect me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I just prayed over it. I prayed over a few things that just happened to me. From prayer. I mean, one of the things was my top teeth were behind my bottom teeth. This is when I was a teenager. And we had to go to the orthodontist, and they did all these x-rays and did all the casting. And the only conclusion they could come up with was they're going to have to cut out a 1/4 inch of jawbone on each side, wire my mouth shut for, like, I forgot, 8 weeks or what. It was a lot of time. And I was like, that's crazy. I went home that night and I prayed to God, please fix my teeth. 2 weeks later, I woke up with my top teeth in front of my bottom teeth. Power of prayer. And they said I had to have surgery in order to fix it. But yet I prayed and it was fixed. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Yeah, that was an interrogation. I'm telling you, that one, a health department, that was something like um, Homeland Security or NSA, or it was something. That was not for the Department of Health of Tennessee. And why Tennessee and Louisiana? Well, y'all can help share it out. Share it out. That's the only way to go viral. But oh, well, I mean, it's kind of a long ordeal. I'll get a hold of Fallout Shelter and tell them to share this out. But that was crazy. Has anybody else got phone calls like this? The other day, I got a text message saying that my package was being delivered and I needed to click on some sort of link in order to track it. And then, like the next day on the news, they had a scam warning about that same deal where they sent saying you had a package coming and track it. Well, I haven't been ordering anything. And what I had ordered was that, yeah, it was a scam. But the only thing I had ordered, and I haven't ordered anything offline or anything in like 2 years, was the guy that built the Coral Castle. I ordered that called magnetism current, and I'd already received it. And you can't trace it because it was through the regular postal service. So I knew it was a scam. Plus, they called me Michael. Well, Michael ain't even close to any part of my name. I mean, duh. Oh, I didn't open it because I knew it was a scam. Well, people's last stand, yeah, they started out saying it's medical, then they get into gender, they get into race, then they got into the guns. You notice guns is toward the end. Yeah, car extended warranty. Yeah, I like it when they tell me they reviewed my credit and I could get a cheaper APR through them than through the credit card I'm going through now. And I let them talk, and then I sit there, and then I let them get all the way to where they want my card number. And then that's when I tell them, to be honest with you, I don't even have a bank, let alone a credit card. I mean, you're not, I mean, and then click, and then you call it back, and it goes, doo doo doo. This number is no longer in service. Yeah, I know, that was weird too. Asking about childhood. Were you molested as a child? Want to know what county I'm in? That government don't matter. I'm in Tennessee. You're supposed to be calling on behalf of the Tennessee Health Department, which is a government-run free clinic. Think about it. Then they're wanting to know if you stopped smoking. They're wanting to know how many times you went to the doctor, how your experience was searching for a doctor or health care. I mean, what? Yeah. And they probably, after that phone call, they're like, he's a nut. Get the straight jackets and the tranquilizer gun. We got to get this guy. They got to find me. I got to destroy this phone, y'all. It's probably too late to pinpoint it. It don't matter if I tear the phone now or not. They already GPSed it. Probably already Google Earthed it. And probably did a 3D stand on the ground scan and know exactly where everything is. Do you have any firearms in your home or your shop or your garage at this time? Well, oh man, yeah, y'all witnessed that. Yeah, that was some. I mean, even if it was the health department, that is state run. So that was a government agency that I just talked to. Regardless of which one, they were probably posing as the health department, but I guarantee you anything, it was Homeland Security. I am last. I always watch my six. I've been doing that since I was a kid, man. For real. Well, Jenny, I'm glad I caught it on this live stream where everybody could hear that. And seriously, share it out, get it out there. I'm gonna retitle it. You know, what would be a good title? Y'all start putting out title suggestions. Let me go refill my coffee cup real quick. I'll be right back. I'm not playing any music because I don't need this thing copyrighted. Kelly Keybo. I just got anyhow, they'll fill you in. I'll be right back. Y'all come up with some titles and I'll go with one of them. That's gone. I was buffering for a second, it looked like. Everybody's still here. I'm surprised. No. What? Okay, my chat disappeared over there. What the hell? All right, watch your six, John Boy. That's crazy. Never heard anything like this before. Blah, blah, blah. Well, thank you, Christy. I mean, it really happened. Kelly, all right, this is who I just got through talking to on the phone. I'm going to call it. I'll get their recorded message. That way y'all can hear exactly who it was that I was talking to. But they were surveying me. And they asked how many guns I had and all sorts of crazy stuff. That's not all staticky. They're in my phone. Listen to all that static. You hear that? You hear that? Deep. They have tapped my phone.
You have reached Public Policy Research Lab at Louisiana State University.
Look, y'all heard how clear my phone was. I'm in the same spot I was when I was talking to that guy for an hour. Y'all hear that clicking and beeping and stuff? What? Let me try to recall it. It ain't never been. This is who I was talking to.
State University. We conduct telephone surveys for a variety of clients, and we're not trying to sell you anything. We primarily work with nonprofit and government clients, including the Louisiana Department of Health and the Tennessee Department of Health. If you received a call from this number, it is likely that your number has been chosen randomly for a telephone survey. If you'd like, you can leave your name and number, and we'll try to respond to your inquiry. Thank you.
Did y'all just hear what he said? He just said he does surveys for government clients, such as the Department of Health. Such as, you got to listen to that wording. They work for government clients, such as the Department of Health. So that means, ooh-wee. Man, I'm serious, y'all. That stuff, I can't, this same cigarette, I just can't keep it lit. Hey, peeps. Man, I just had an hour-long survey of some crazy crap. What did he say the name of that? It's for a research center. A research center that has government clients. Hang on, let's listen to that again. Just to make sure. There's some stream.
You have reached the Public Policy Research Lab at Louisiana State University. We conduct telephone surveys for a variety of clients, and we're not trying to sell you anything. We primarily work with nonprofit and government clients, including the Louisiana Department of Health and the Tennessee Department of Health. If you received a call from this number, it is likely that your number has been chosen randomly.
Y'all hear that? Government clients, such as the Department of Health. A variety of government clients. So that means FBI, TBI, CIA, NHA, Homeland Security, and whatever other government clients are out there. Well, that's crazy, Paris. That is crazy, but nobody else has gotten these calls. I don't see any title suggestions either. All right. Should I title it? How should I title this? Live survey from a government research facility? Because they're a research facility for a university. He didn't say what university, did he? Oh, Louisiana. Man, that's crazy, Kelly. I don't know, man. They're probably, I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy. I've never taken a survey like that. But you know, in the beginning, when I was asking him, if you're worried about my health, can you do something about those chemtrails up there? Because that's where everybody's health is deteriorating from. And he's like, well, I'm not at liberty to voice my opinion. I'm like, well, get off record and voice it. And then he said the people he's working for would not allow that. Listen to it in the beginning. You had to refund me. Yeah, that is crazy, peeps. It's crazy. And now that they've got firsthand personal experience of John Boy, they're going to know that he's flipping out of his mind. We've got to silence him once and for all. The planes we've been flying over his head at 2,000 feet with the sprayers wide open and waking them up in the middle of the night is just not doing the trick. Oh, Oh man, that's good coffee. I love some coffee, y'all. Well, look, y'all, I'm probably gonna end this thing. I don't know how to title this. Oh man, I appreciate y'all coming in and being witness to that. That was crazy. That was crazy. I don't know if Penny Bunny's still in here. Is Beat of Change still in here? No, Jenny B's in here, and People's Last Stand still here, and Christy, Kelly Kebo. I still got people. I'm not gonna worry about raiding anybody. Oh man. I don't know, y'all. It's crazy. But in order to keep this to, I don't want to go 5 hours and, have this piece of information out there. Well, thank you, Wolf Lover. Or record it, peeps. I'm glad I answered it. Yeah, research lab. They're tied in with these sprayers, man. They're tied in with pharmaceutical. That's why they're asking what kind of medicine am I on for heart and what am I on for this and that. And hey, Fallout Shelter, did you see that stuff? Did you see that? Fallout, you more put this out there, man. Y'all saw that survey. It's supposed to be for the health department, some research center that works for various government agencies. And, how did he put that? Anyhow, y'all heard it. That's crazy. Want to know how many guns, what kind of guns, not counting BB guns, what kind of medications, how I feel about race, if I was transgender or what. I mean, I sure am, Eric. Check out my video titled, what was it titled? See, my memory's so bad. Let me go over here to my channel. It was titled What Happened to America or something. I can't remember now. Oh, remember when America was great. It's only 4 minutes and 11 seconds long, so that's kind of like a campaign, but they buffered out a few words here and there like they normally do. But I'll put the link in the chat. Like I said, it's only 4 minutes long. That was crazy, man. They're asking hours worth of questions, asking me when the last time I ate some fruit was. Well, that's because everything's genetically modified. And and the only fruit I eat, and I'm not going to let them know, was these wild muscadines. And people I know that's had old apple trees, from a long time ago, and peach trees or whatever like that. But they've killed all my muscadine vines, man. There's over 25 muscadine vines that have fallen out of the trees this year at one time. Just whoop, every one of them. It's crazy. And y'all heard me asking, are y'all trying to target me? Why do you want to make sure this is my number? I bet they're definitely tracking me now with that phone. Wanting to know if this is my number. I'm like, dude, you called me on it. You're talking to me. Why you need to verify it? Exactly. Ben Time Traveler talked about that. They went house to house doing a health survey in his neighborhood like 10 years ago. And then and then that's when he started seeing all the spraying. Then they came back 10 years later and was doing that same survey again. That's exactly what they're doing. But see, the reason I don't go to doctors is because they push these drugs that make that they say it treats you, but it doesn't. It causes other problems that make you have to get on drugs to eliminate those problems. But those drugs cause problems that make you have to get more drugs to cure that, or not cure, but mask the next problem, and then so on and so forth. Next thing you know, you got a daggone Ziploc bag full of prescription bottles. Crazy. I've never done a census in my life. Never. And I won't. I'm telling you, I live out in the middle of the woods in a bug out camp. I got out of look, I don't use banks. I don't use well, I do have a prepaid card, but it don't really have my information on it. I just made up stuff. But I use that if I try to get anything off the internet. And I don't buy I use cash money on everything. I've been off there. I've Googled my name. I can't even find me. I can find me, what, 25 years ago, but I can't find anything recent on me because I'm just not going down that way. You know what I mean? I know this YouTube, they probably know where I'm at, but they're not sure who I am because I didn't even use my real name for the YouTube account and stuff. You know what I mean? I've been watching my six for years. I've been hiding my identity the best I can. That's why y'all see me like this. Yeah, sometimes I'll show my face, but I'm not giving that thing enough time. I hope I'm not giving it enough time for facial recognition because that's all that daggone Snapchat camera is a facial recognition tool that they use to make you have these funny faces. Yeah. Oh, I found out with my real name, there's a bunch of other me's out there, but they're younger than me, and some of them are older than me. Hey, Mama Bird. No, I'm not smart. I'm just careful. I've always been look. Anytime anything ever happens, I always get blamed for it. It don't matter if it was in grammar school, high school, at work. Something happens. John Boy did it. I've dealt with that all my life. Well, Fallout, I was in, the military and they used to take blood off, and I know they still got those samples somewhere. So it ain't like I'm out of the system. And that was in the 80s. But, they've kept that stuff from then. Man, y'all, I'm gonna have to load the guns. I have a feeling I'm gonna have some visitors show up. I'm gonna have to get the trail cameras turned back on. Yeah, man, Fallout. I like that video you did on the patents on that. If that's not proof enough, what more proof do you need? It's starting to get warm in here, y'all. My hair's all messed up due to that knit hat. Man, it's really messed up. That knit hat makes some static. Y'all don't mind. Wait a minute. I don't have a hat I can put on. But that knit hat is getting hot. Well, at least I used the old picture. Okay, Fallout. Y'all go over. Hey, look, I'm gonna go to your channel and I'm gonna put your channel link out if you don't care. I've been trying to send people your way, Fallout, because I like what you do. I'm just, I do it hillbilly style. If you read my about column, it says I do everything hillbilly style. But here's the link to Fallout's. Hang on. Man, I haven't posted links in a while. I used to do this a lot over at Super Dave's. But here's the link to Fallout Shelter's channel. Y'all go over there and subscribe to Fallout Shelter. He really does his research and he puts it out there. There's no ifs, ands, or whats about it. It's the deal. It's the real deal. And I'll be looking forward to your live. I'll probably go ahead and end this one. I appreciate everybody coming in. I hope that helped or whatever. I hope that exposed something. Whatever that phone call was about, I hope we exposed something. But yeah, Fallout, you can use any part of this that you need to get this out there. They're doing some sort of weird survey, and it's just I'm gonna shut up. I was gonna mention the channel name, but I'm not going to because I'm not trying to downgrade or nothing. But it's all in the words you use. You can say something about saying something. Like they never willingly give out anybody's information purposely. That means, well, they do give it out, but not purposely or not willingly. You know what I mean? So when they say they're working for government agencies such as the Department of Health, well, they just covered every other agency that they're doing a survey for. And they use Department of Health as a daggum makes you think, oh, this is the Department of Health survey. And they can say it is. But you heard how he said there's different categories of that daggum survey. And why it had to do with race and why it had to do with guns and why it had to do with heart and thinking and whatever. I mean, that was an hour-long survey. I didn't know it was going to be that long. The Mama Bird and Fallout, Peeps, Last Stand, MH, Paris, all y'all. I appreciate y'all coming in here. Christy, who else is in here? Let me go back to here. Kelly Keybo, if you're still in here. Wolf Lover, I appreciate y'all coming by. But yeah, share that out. Just let people know it's a long survey. But yeah, y'all go check out Fallout Shelter. He's fixing to go live here in less than 15 minutes. So I appreciate every one of y'all coming in. Y'all have a nice day. Blessed day. Bye.